In the coldest part of the city, where the tall buildings blocked the sun, lived a boy nobody ever noticed. His name was Sam, 12 years old. No family, no home, just a worn-out shoe-shine box, and a smile he saved for people who never looked at him. The city had 1 million people, but somehow Sam walked through it like a ghost. Shopkeepers shooed him away. People in a hurry stepped around him. Only the old streetlight above his corner seemed to know his name. Every night he counted his coins, and every night it was never enough. But Sam had one rule he never broke. No matter how hungry he was, he never took what wasn't his. He believed in his quiet heart that if he kept his hands clean, maybe one day the world would see him. One freezing night, the wind howled through the alleyways. It was the kind of cold that settles into your bones and refuses to leave. Sam sat under the flickering streetlight, holding exactly one piece of bread. It was stale, but to him, it smelled like a feast. He lifted it to his mouth, and then he felt it. 2 eyes, watching. A stray dog stepped out from the shadows. His fur was matted with mud. His ribs were showing. His ear was torn, and his tail hung low. The dog wasn't begging. He was too tired to beg. He was just waiting for the end. Sam looked at the bread. Then he looked at the dog. And Sam did something that makes no sense to a logical mind. He broke the bread in half and gave the bigger half away. The dog flinched, expecting a trick. But when he smelled the food, he ate like it was the first meal of his life. Sam watched him, and then, quietly, he broke his own small half in half. Again. That night, Sam's stomach growled so loud it echoed in the alley. He slept hungry, but for the first time in years, he did not sleep cold, because the dog crawled close and curled around him like a living, breathing blanket. 2 empty stomachs, 1 warm heart. By morning, the dog was still there. When Sam picked up his shoe-shine box, the dog followed. People laughed at him. "You can't even feed yourself, boy. Why feed a stray?" Sam just smiled, because he's hungry too. The dog never left. He guarded the shoebox when Sam worked. He waited outside the school window while Sam watched lessons he could not afford. One afternoon, an angry shopkeeper kicked out at the dog. "Get that filthy stray away." Sam, who was usually so quiet, stepped right in front of the dog and took the shout without flinching. "Don't hurt him, sir. He's just hungry." That night, the dog pressed his cold nose into Sam's palm, as if to say, "Thank you." Sam named him Shadow, because he was the only one in the whole city who never left his side. Winter came. The nights turned cruel. The snow piled up on the sidewalk. And still, every night, 2 silhouettes under one streetlight. A boy with nothing, a dog with nothing. Together, somehow rich. Then, one rainy evening, the world tried to test him. Outside the big glass doors of the bank, Sam saw it. A thick, black leather wallet lying on the wet pavement. He picked it up. Inside, it was stuffed with crisp, colorful bills. More money than Sam could earn shining shoes for 10 years. Tucked behind the money was a photograph of a little girl smiling brightly. Sam stood in the rain, the heavy wallet trembling in his small, cold hands. He thought of a thick winter coat. He thought of a full, warm stomach. He thought of a school desk with his name on it. One wallet, and every impossible dream could come true tonight. His stomach screamed at him to keep it. It whispered, "You deserve this." But then he looked at the photograph of the little girl, and his heart whispered something else. He snapped the wallet shut, and he ran, not away, toward a man in a sharp suit, searching frantically at the bank door, panic in his eyes. "Sir, you dropped this." The man gasped, snatching the wallet. He counted the money, every single note. Then he looked down at the boy's broken duct-taped shoes. Slowly, the man pulled out a thick stack of bills. Take it. You've earned it." Sam gently pushed the man's hand back. "I didn't do it for money, sir. I did it because it was yours." The man stood frozen. In 30 years of ruthless business, nobody had ever given his money back. He opened his mouth to ask for the boy's name, but when he looked up, Sam was already gone, melting back into the rain. 2 days later, the city night market exploded with festival lights. Drums beat in the distance. The man from the bank was there with his family. But in the middle of the crushing chaos, his little girl chased a red balloon and disappeared. Blocks away, Sam heard it, and he ran. He sprinted through the crowd until he found them. The girl was freezing. Her little hands gripped Shadow's dirty fur like a lifeline. Sam took off his own thin jacket, wrapped it around her shoulders, and picked her up. Shadow ran ahead, barking to clear a path through the dense crowd. When the police and the father finally broke through the crowd, they stopped dead in silence. A poor barefoot boy, holding a rich man's daughter, safe, and a battered stray dog, standing guard in front of them like a soldier. The man fell to his knees in the dirt, pulling his daughter close, weeping. And then, through his tears, he looked up and recognized the boy's face, the boy from the rain, the wallet boy. "You gave back everything I ever lost," the man whispered, his voice breaking. Twice, he offered Sam an envelope of money. Sam shook his head and refused. "Then what do you want, son? Please, let me give you something." Sam looked down at Shadow, who was resting his chin on Sam's worn-out shoe. "Only that he comes with me. Wherever I go, we don't separate." The man smiled, tears streaming down his face. "Then you both have a home now." He never called it charity. He called it a trade, a warm home, for the two who had saved his entire world. That night, for the very first time in his life, Sam slept in a real bed, with a heavy, warm blanket. Shadow slept at the foot of the mattress, still curled in a tight circle, still guarding his boy. And on Sam's very first day of real school, he paused at the iron gate and turned around.
Hello?
Shadow was sitting right there on the sidewalk, tail thumping against the concrete, as if to say, "Go on. I'll be right here when you come back. Kindness is never wasted. The bread you give away when you are starving, the money you return when you are broke, the stranger you help when you have nothing left to give. None of it is ever lost. It is stored, waiting for its moment to come back to you. So be kind, even when nobody is watching, especially when nobody is watching." Good night, Sam. Good night, Shadow. And good night, kind heart.